Mother and loudmouth legend, Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne was once a very different person to the one we know and love today. She kept herself firmly out of the limelight, bringing up the kids and managing the rock and roll lifestyle and career of husband Ozzy Osbourne.
In the 80s, Sharon Osbourne had a reputation for being outspoken, tough, and, laying it down on the line, but you never thought Sharon glamorous. You just heard about the mouth.
The first time I saw her, about 10 years ago or so, I thought, who is this woman? She cannot be his wife. She must be his mother. And it was the whole package. It was frumpy hair, frumpy clothes, and you could tell that there was a really interesting personality there, but the looks were not up to snuff.
Sharon Osbourne used to tip the scales at 16 stone and has been frank about her battle to control her weight and her struggle with eating disorders. She wrote in her autobiography, "When I saw myself in the mirror, I would just weep on the inside, never on the outside." Perhaps the sight of herself on the big screen was the first time she was confronted with the size of her problem.
I did a film with Sharon and Ozzy in 1999 called We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll, and this is before the Osbournes and before her talk shows, etc. And she saw the film, and afterwards I looked at her and I said, "Well, what do you think?" And she said, "I'm overwhelmed." And I think she looked at it and she went, "I need a makeover."
A stomach-banding procedure helped her lose a massive 125 pounds in just 1 year, but left her with the problem of excess skin. She said in the press, "After losing half my body weight, I had flesh hanging everywhere. I had the sort of breast you normally only ever see in the pages of National Geographic magazine." So began a concerted effort on the part of Sharon to get the body she wanted with the help of her plastic surgeon.
Examples of good surgery is when it looks natural. She doesn't look over-taut, over-pulled, and I think that's really a shining example.
I did not recognize her, and I think whoever it was that did her work is an absolute genius.
I think she is a good example of women, if they did want a facelift, they might go in there and say, with a picture of Sharon, and say, "Can you make it look like this?"
Sharon's always been very open about her surgery and how much it all cost. She's had her breasts lifted and enlarged, her legs lifted, her bum lifted and buttock implants, a tummy tuck, liposuction, and a face, brow and neck lift. The comeback came with a hefty price tag of £300,000.